and countless hours you have dedicated to making tonight come together in the way that it has. So please help me and thank you. So
All right, good evening, hockey fans. Welcome to the 2026 and the 25th annual Dryden GM Ice Dogs Awards Banquet. What about that meal? Let's give a huge hand once again to Crooked Arrow. Again, my name is Mike Ebling. It's an honor to be once again the EMC for this year's event. And 25 years, again, I've seen it all. This team is something special, and today we're here to celebrate this special team and what is about to come forward here in the next few weeks. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You are sick and tired of hearing me every single game. So we're going to let the players and the coaches say everything. And first of all, I'd like to call upon our head coach and general manager of your Dryden GM Ice Dogs, Jake Gushu.
Alrighty. Well, first off, good evening, everyone. I want to welcome all of our players, families, billets, volunteers, sponsors, and fans to our year-end banquet. Nights like this are important because they give us a chance to step back for a moment and recognize the people who make this team what it is. When you look around this room tonight, you see the foundation of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. Our players who put in the work every day, the families and billets who support them, the volunteers who give their time, and the sponsors and community members who believe in what we're building here. None of this happens without all of you. This season has been a special one for our group. From day one, this team is committed to do the things the right way, working hard, playing for each other, and representing our organization and community with pride. Over the course of the year, we've seen tremendous growth, not just in the wins and the losses, but in the way this group has come together as a team. We've battled through adversity, we've had big moments, and we've built something that everyone in the room can be proud of. The success we've had this season is a direct result of the character and the commitment of the players in that locker room and the staff who support them every day. But as proud as we are what this team has accomplished so far, we all know something. Our job isn't finished. In fact, it's really just getting started. In a few days, we begin the first round of playoffs, and that's what every team works towards all year. The regular season sets the foundation, but is the time of the year where teams define themselves. Playoff hockey is about sacrifice, toughness, and playing for the guy beside you. What I know about this group is that they are ready for that challenge. They've earned the opportunity to compete, and now it's about taking the next step together. To our players, enjoy tonight. Celebrate the work you've put in the season you've had. But tomorrow, the focus shifts again. The standard doesn't change, the work doesn't stop, and the belief in what we can accomplish together continues to grow. To our fans and community, your support means everything to our players and our organization. When our guys step onto the ice in the playoffs, they know they're representing something bigger than themselves. They're representing this community and everyone who stands behind them. We're proud of what we built this year, but we're even more excited about what's still ahead. Thank you all for being a part of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs family, and we look forward to seeing everyone at the rink as we begin our playoff run. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jake Gushu, and just want to take this time to thank all of our coaching staff, trainers, people who do all the work on the bench as, again, a top-notch group. And it's great to see one person here, Oli. Oli decided to take some time off to go battle the cartel in Puerto Vallarta, and he made it out unscathed. They probably just got sick of him and just ran away. No, honestly, just great to see everybody here. And what a coaching staff we do have. All right, let's hand out some hardware. And our first award is coming up right now.
The Top Scorer Award, sponsored by Glenview Rentals.
The only award on a yearly basis where there's really no drama, because we all know who the winner is year after year. It is the Top Scorer Award presented by Mike Swenson of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. What can we say about this man? A breakout year. Became pretty much, well, he was an all-star. He was probably going to be in the category, probably he's going to be in the category as the top player in the SIJHL, bar none. He led the league in points with 76, led the league in goals with 37, led the league in power play goals with 17, tied for first in game-winning goals with 6, and was fourth in assists with 39. Ladies and gentlemen, your top scorer, sponsored by Glenview Rentals, is Peyton Hugh. Next award, near and dear to a bunch of people's hearts here. This is one of the more important ones in my mind. Mike, don't go anywhere. Here is your second award of the evening.
The Olga Hackman Memorial Top Local Player Award, sponsored by the Hackman family. In memory of Olga Hackman.
And it is the Top Local Player Award, sponsored by, or the Olga Hackman Memorial Award, sponsored by the Hackman family. Can't say enough about this kid. 39 games, goal, 8 assists, 9 points. Last quarter of the season, if you listen to my broadcasts, I thought he was one of the best defensemen on the ice, part of that collective group, but he really stood up, and he really came up big at some moments, not only defensively, but chipping in offensively as well, joining the rush, making plays happen. Ladies and gentlemen, your top local player is Ryder Paquette. It's time for our third award of this evening.
The Rookie of the Year Award, sponsored by Lapdog Snack Bar.
And here to present the Rookie of the Year Award is Ben Hackle of the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. Tough award to hand out this year is there's so many great first-year players. This gentleman, I heard a lot of talk before the start of the season what a big find he was, and what a find he was. Top 5 in scoring, 24 goals, 38 assists, consistently every single game. He put together just a great, consistent, balanced attack. Our Rookie of the Year this year is Adrian Mendoza. Adrian Mendoza, your Rookie of the Year. And I think Adrian might have set history, Ice Dog history. I can't recall a 20-year-old retiring player winning Rookie of the Year. So you got a double great job there, Adrian. Congratulations. All right, we're doing things a little differently, and I kind of glad we are doing it differently this year. Usually we keep our retiring players to the very end, but for a lot of folks, it gets a little too emotional, including me. So we're breaking it up this year, so we're going to hear from the retiring players throughout this evening. And who better? We just heard. He's our top scorer on the team. Again, led the league in points, goals, power play goals, game-winning goals, 4th in assists. He was an all-star. 2 seasons with the Dryden Gym Ice Dogs and 2 glorious seasons. 90 games, 60 goals, 73 assists, 133 points. If you need him to play with an edge, he did with 94 penalty minutes. He's a product of Valley West Giants minor hockey program from Surrey, BC. Our retiring player, number 91, once again welcome, Peyton Hugh. No, put him on that, because he'll wear it. Yeah.
Well, good evening, everyone. Thank you for all coming to our event. I'd like to first thank Goosh for bringing me in and trusting me from day one. 2 years ago, I was honestly really close to hanging up the skates, but Goosh kept calling me and convincing me to give it one more shot and come out to Dryden. I believed and trusted everything he told me, and looking back now, everything he said has come true. From how strong our team is, to the amazing community, and the incredible billets that make this place feel like home. I'm extremely happy that I was able to end my junior career with Goosh and Hacks as my coaches. They've been great both on and off the ice. I've learned so much from them, especially when it comes to the D-zone. They're also the only coaches I've felt completely comfortable with just hanging out at the rink and chatting about literally anything, sometimes even the most pointless things. I want to give a huge thank you to Eric and Adi for welcoming me into their home with open arms and making the transition super easy. From the moment I arrived, they made me feel like family, and that meant the world to me. I will forever remember our outrageous dinner topics, always started by Eric. My brother from another mother, Elias. We've gone so close over the past 2 years. I know exactly what time you nap on game days to the time you get up and shower, not in a weird way. It's pretty crazy how I've seen you more than my actual family for the last 2 years. I can proudly say you're the brother I never had. I love you so much. I'd also like to give a massive thanks to Daryl Pollard for always being there for the team. Whether it was sharpening skates, driving everyone safe and sound to our games, and helping out with whenever we needed it. His support never went unnoticed, and we're all extremely grateful. And I'd like to thank Al for being our team chaplain. I never had one before, so that was pretty cool. He got me closer to God as well, and that was amazing. I'd like to thank the board, because without them, nothing would be possible. I'd like to thank our sponsorships as well, because they don't have to give us the money to play or to even run our team, but they have the heart to do so, and I'm really thankful for that. I'd like to give a massive thank you to my #1 supporters, my parents. From day one, you've been nothing but supportive throughout my hockey career. There were so many times I wanted to quit and just go to school or start working, but my dad always told me, you'll never be 20 again playing the game you love, but work and school will always be there. And wow, am I thankful I listened. My parents didn't have to take the time off work to come watch me play, drive hours and hours so I could get to my games and practices, or pay the crazy amount of money it costs to play the sport we all love. But they did it without hesitation. I know you aren't here in the crowd tonight, but I still want to thank you for everything you've done for me since day one, and I don't know how I will repay you guys for all the sacrifices you made for me. I love you both so much. The memories I made in Dryden, I'll cherish forever. Never in my life I thought I'd be living in a place where the weather can get down to -40, but here I am. Over the past 2 years, I've never been a part of a team quite like this one. Every day coming to the rink and being around the guys was always the highlight of my night, or highlight of my day. Whether it was we were at practice, on the bus, or just hanging around the room, there was never a dull moment. Because we had such a great group, I was able to make so many memories outside the rink too. Whether it was our 2-on-2 basketball games, pool days at the rec center, or the pool games at my billet house, where everyone suddenly thought they were a professional until the money was on the table. Those are things I'm really gonna miss. Dryden also gave me a lot of firsts this year. I actually caught my first fish earlier with the Thompson house. Thank you guys. Growing up, I never really had the chance to do that, so being out there on the water with the guys and experiencing that for the first time, it was really awesome, and I'll always remember that. Another thing that blew my mind when I first got here was the ice road. The fact that people can drive their trucks out across the frozen lake like it's a normal road is crazy to me. It's one of those things that you probably only experience in a place like Dryden, and it's something I'll always tell people about when they ask me how it was living out here. I'll always remember Thursday night at Anita's playing bingo, and then heading to the Queen after for dessert. Those little traditions ended up becoming some of my favorite memories. At the end of the day, it's the people that made this place so special. Every single one of you holds a special place in my heart, and I truly hope the friendships and relationships we've built over the past years last far beyond hockey. The game brought us together, but the memories we made off the ice are what I'll cherish forever for the rest of my life. It's sad to say that this chapter in my life is coming to an end, but I wouldn't have changed it for the world. Roll Dogs.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 91, Peyton Hugh. And at the end of the awards banquet, we're going to have all of the outgoing players to come up for photos so we can get a group picture of all the players that are leaving our organization. Next up, from Edmonton, Alberta, grew up in the Camrose Vikings program, another great find for Jake Gushu and squad, came to Dryden from the Chase Heat in the highly competitive KIJHL League. In 44 games this year, he had 4 goals, 16 assists, 20 points, 26 penalty minutes. Also an all-star, as sturdy as it gets on the back line. Both offensively and defensively, him and Nick were I think, finished tied for the team lead in defensive points. But his defense, his big reach, his great commitment to the game made him just an all-star player, which he deserved. Ladies and gentlemen, number 15, Carter Welke. 16, I do apologize.
Mic's a little bit short after Peyton was up here, but I can fix that. Good evening, everyone. My name is Carter Welke, and I'm from Camrose, Alberta. I recently completed my first and unfortunately only season with the Ice Dogs. Tonight, I'd like to take a few minutes to thank the people who have supported me along my journey and share a few moments from my time here in Dryden. So my story about coming to Dryden didn't actually start this past off season. During the 2023-24 season when I was playing in Chase, British Columbia, I was told that the Dryden GM Ice Dogs had contacted my advisor about the possibility of me joining the team. I was given a rundown of how the organization kind of ran, how the team plays, and what the community of Dryden is like. At the time, the trade deadline was approaching quickly, and after mulling it over for some time, I decided to stay with my club in British Columbia for the remainder of the season and the one that followed. At the end of last year, I spent a lot of time reflecting. Though I had already applied and been accepted to the U of A, I realized I had unfinished business in hockey. My goal has always been to play at the university level, and I knew I'd worked too hard to walk away just yet. So I reached out to my advisor about exploring some options, and one name immediately stood out, the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. It was the same team that had reached out 2 seasons earlier. Growing up, I was always taught that when something reappears in your life, it's usually not just a coincidence, but fate. So I reached out to Goosh, and in some of our first conversations, I was honest about my concerns. Moving 16 hours away from home was a big step, and I was running through every possible what if in my head. But right away, Goosh reassured me and told me about the support systems here in Dryden, the strength of the community, and the culture within the team. He also made it clear that this team was built to compete and win with the goal of making a run at the Centennial Cup. As a 20-year-old, hearing that really stuck with me. When I asked him about the group of players in the room and the kind of culture that they had built here, that's when I knew that I wanted to be an Ice Dog. Looking back now, he was absolutely right. When I think about this season, I think about the small moments, the hot tub sessions at Anita and Dave's, the conversations after morning skates at the PI, and just hanging around the room after a tough practice. Those are the moments that make me feel confident that coming to Dryden was one of the best decisions I could have ever made for my final year. I remember my first day at camp and how welcome I felt as the returning players introduced themselves. From that moment on, it felt easy to fit in, and that feeling never really changed. With those moments in mind, I'd now like to take a few moments to say my thank yous to the people who made this season possible. First, I want to acknowledge the incredible work of our executive and board. Events like the Parents' Weekend, All-Star Weekend, Pink the Rink Night, and especially this banquet has all run flawlessly. The time and dedication you put into making this organization special does not go unnoticed. To the best fans in the SIJHL, thank you for welcoming me so quickly. Conversations with fans all across town showed me how much this community truly cares about its team and the players who represent it. Just the other weekend, during our series against Sioux Lookout, hearing kids yell my name and ask for fist bumps while walking down the stairs was something I'll never forget. Moments like that make me proud to play for this community. To our sponsors and volunteers, especially Daryl and Oli, thank you for giving your time and support to help this team possible. Junior hockey truly wouldn't run without the people like you. And to Mike and Debbie at Dryden Discount Carpets for sponsoring my jersey, thank you. Getting to speak with you this season has been awesome, and it really shows how supportive this community is towards the Ice Dogs. To Al Huckabee here in Dryden and Tyler Harper back in Chase, thank you for helping me grow my faith and reminding me that life is just bigger than hockey. Through Christ's teachings and your guidance, I have been able to strengthen my faith and believe that God truly has a plan for me as I navigate my way through the coming years. To Josh Hagel back in Camrose, thank you for being the first coach to truly believe in my ability. Your coaching, belief, and motivation were huge factors in pushing me to pursue junior hockey. The time and effort you invest in developing athletes is inspiring and has had a lasting impact on me, both on and off the ice. To all of my teammates along the way, especially this group right here, you guys are the reason I play the game. The unwavering encouragement, positivity, and support that you bring to the rink every single day is truly something special. No matter what kind of day someone is having, when we step into the room together, it just feels different. In 20 years, I'll probably be working a full-time job with a whole life right in front of me, but never will I forget my connection with this group of players. The bus rides to Ironwood, early mornings, late nights, practices, and laughs in the room are the moments that stick with you forever. Whether it was calling dealer a power play merchant all year, joking around with Griffin Pack, or acting like a complete fool with Pilks, those are the moments I'll always cherish. There has never been a group I've wanted to win more with. Every guy in this room shows up, works hard, and supports one another. That's what makes this team special, and I truly believe this group has what it takes to win Bill, not just because of our skill, but because of the brotherhood that we have built through the way. I love every single one of you, and want to thank you for making this season the best season of junior hockey I've ever experienced. To Goosh, Hacks, Langer, Pauly, and Walski, thank you for taking a chance on an unproven 20-year-old and trusting me in all situations on and off the ice. It meant a lot to know that you believed in me and you were willing to give me the opportunity to prove myself every day. Thank you for always being someone I could talk to, especially when times in my life were tough. Your doors were always open, and that support meant more than you probably realize. Not only were you there to mentor me on the ice, helping me grow as a player and pushing me to be better every single day, but you were also there to mentor me in all types of situations that life can bring. I'm incredibly grateful for the patience, guidance, and belief that you showed in me, and I'll always appreciate the role you played in shaping me, both the player and the person I've become throughout the course of this season. To my billets, which include Harmony and Ian, Katie and Cody, Steph and Derek, and Anita and Dave, thank you for opening your homes to me. Moving far away from home isn't easy, but you made it feel like I had a second family. The way you all encouraged me to become a small part of your family is one of the warmest feelings I have ever experienced. What started out as a favor to help a junior hockey team turned into a lifetime of memories, and then some. The impact you had on my time in junior hockey will stay with me long after my playing days are over, and I'll always be grateful for all the support that you sent my way. And finally, to my mom, Tracy, my dad, Richard, and my brother, Dylan. A simple thank you will never be enough to express how grateful I am for everything you've sacrificed so that I could play the game I love. I remember the exact point in time when I decided I want to be a hockey player. I was 5 years old, and my best friend at the time had started to play organized hockey with the appropriate age group in Vegreville, Alberta. As any other 5-year-old would do, he started talking about his time at the rink in class all day, every day. After hearing him talk about hockey, I felt as if I was missing out on something that all the other kids seemed to be doing. It was only a few days, but I had made up my mind, and after school one day, I came up to my parents and told them that I wanted to be exactly like Dryden. Looking back on it, I don't think they truly understood what they would be getting themselves into. From the countless kilometers traveled, the early mornings, the equipment, and all the pep talks from Dad along the way, you've supported me every step of the journey. Even when I doubted myself, you never stopped believing in me. The amount of time, energy, and love you have put into my career to help me pursue this dream is something I will never take for granted. Everything I have been able to accomplish and experience in this game is all owed to you. I'm incredibly proud to be your son and brother, and I will carry everything you've taught me long after my hockey career is over. As I look back on not only this season, but my entire junior hockey career, I realize that hockey was never just about the game. It was about the people, the friendships, and the memories that came along with it. Dryden has gifted me experiences and relationships that I will carry with me for the rest of my life. Even though my time as an ice dog is coming to an end, a part of me will always remain here in this community. I will always look back on my time here with gratitude, pride, and a lot of memories. Thank you for all making this season so meaningful.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 16, Carter Welke. Time to shift gears for a couple of minutes to lead our live auction items this evening, as we have some great live auctions Also, don't forget about the silent auction in the main lobby. I'm thrilled to welcome a woman who works behind the scenes to bridge gaps between our athletes and our amazing fans. She's so good. She works so hard. As our Director of Player and Community Relations, she knows better than anyone how much your support means to the community. Please give a huge round of applause for your auctioneer, Colleen Oliphant.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks to Lori and her crew for doing this. Every year she puts on a fantastic event, and I look around at everything she's done, and I think, wow, you've done such a fantastic job, but yet here we are again, and you've really outdone yourself. So be proud. You've made us look very good. So Dryden, we just aren't a town. We are celebrating 25 years as the original charter member of the SIJHL. We've seen championships, all-star weekends, and young athletes who have become local heroes. Tonight is about cheers to 25 years. The funds we raise tonight are critical to maintaining the standards of excellence this community expects. They ensure our players have the resources to grow, develop, and represent the city of Dryden with pride across the league. Those jerseys, that ice time, and those long bus trips don't pay for themselves. We need your help to keep this proud tradition skating forward. We are community-owned, community-driven, and tonight, community-funded. Let's show them why we are the best fans in hockey. Open those wallets, have some fun, and support our pack. So that being said, Elias, I think you have a few of the guys here that are going to show around our first auctioning item. Who is that? Is that Smiley? You have the luxury hotel line king size duvet and cover set. So this is an approximate value of $230, and thank you to the Holiday Inn Express Dryden who generously donated this item. So every day, who wants to wake up feeling like they are on vacation? This is a luxury hotel line, king-size duvet and cover set. Darren, every day, when you're in a hotel, what do you say? Darren, come on. Loves the hotel bedding. So, it is hospitality grade, it has generous draping, all-season comfort, so in the winter you're warm, in the summer you're cool, and it has exceptional durability. So we are going to open the bids at $60, and I feel very confident in saying, Coach, $60 it is. Who wants to outbid the coach? 80. Mike Swenson, what do you got for me? No, that's Lori's bid. Do better. Say it. Okay. Who else? Let's go. Hospitality grade. Big guy. Come on. You love it. Woo! 105, Lori Russell. Eric Lang, do I hear you back there? Anyone else? How much? Go, Tim Gadd. Anyone else? Okay, big guy, big guy. Tim. Where's Anita in all of this? Oh, Anita, it'll fit, it'll fit. Go, Lori. Big guy. Did you bring your cash card? Mike Swenson. Anyone else? 180? Going once? Twice? Darren Oliphant it is. I'd also like to bring to your attention, I think someone will come around, Smiley will give you your goods there, and someone will come and sign you up for your money. But we take note of the table centers on your tables. So we have a bit of a friendly competition going around. So tables 1, 3, 6, and 10 are first up. So we want you guys to sell your centerpieces to the highest bid. I don't know where Ebbs put my notes. Ebbs, where'd you put my notes? He took them likely. But anyway, so you got to go around. Starting bid is $40. So we want you to start selling your table centers. Be very creative. If you want to come up here, use the mic, go around. We want to see who can get the highest price for tables 1, 3, 6, and 10. So you guys can go about doing that now, and we'll see how that goes. There could be a prize for the best price. Table 1, how much do you have already? How much? Okay, table 3, where are you at? Table 1's got $50. Where's table 3 at? Okay, perfect. Table 3 is at 100. Table 6, you don't want to be outdone by that. Do they? Do they have? Where's my notes? You took my notes. Did you take my notes? I didn't take notes. Table 6, what do you got? How much? Nice. Table 10, what do you got? It's a $130 value. Lori, what do we got in there? We've got flowers, we've got a bottle of red wine, we've got a gift card from Marbella. 2 playoff tickets. Table 10, let's go. I don't know how much time I give them. A couple more minutes. Nice. Table 1 is for $150. Table 3, what do you got? Table 3. Table 3 hacks. Oh boy. Table 6, where are you at? Table 10. Nice. Okay, wrap up your final bids. Nice. Lori and crew will be around to award you your table centers. Good job, guys. And I'll turn it back over to Ebbs. Okay, I'm just going to leave my stuff right there.
All right, thank you very much, Colleen. That was the first of 3 live auctions. We'll have 2 more exciting auctions coming up throughout this evening. But it's time to hand out a few more trophies, and we'll start segment number 2 with our first award.
The Most Sportsmanlike Award, sponsored by Pizza Hut.
And presenting this year's Most Sportsmanlike Award is Mr. Ben Hackle. And this is another first. Again, 25 years, I don't think I can recall stats like this gentleman had throughout the year. Played in 47 games for the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. A model of consistency. 7 goals, 15 assists, 22 points. But the alarming stats, that's, again, I don't think has ever been done in this organization, not 1 single penalty minute this entire season. A class act on and off the ice. This year's Most Sportsmanlike Award winner is Ryder Wolf. Congratulations, Ryder. Now time to hand out our second award here of this segment.
The Top Defensive Forward Award, sponsored by Safeway.
And here to hand out this year's award is Brent Pollard. And usually I would say the last couple of years this would be an easy decision, but this year the coaching staff really built a system where everyone came back to back check. It's probably one of the hardest working teams I've seen back checking, playing defensive. Defense will rush up all the time. There's a forward moving back. I really have not seen anything like that on a consistent basis. Very few mistakes. But this year, one player did stand out. Ladies and gentlemen, he's now a back-to-back winner, Elias Eisenbarth. Again, back-to-back awards for Elias. Let's get to our third trophy presentation here of this segment.
The Most Improved Player Award, sponsored by Horst Lang Construction.
And the award will be presented by Eric Lang, who's making his way up. Again, another tough award. So many great improvements throughout the season from all four lines, both forwards, defense. This player got more and more comfortable, I think, as the season went on, especially at the All-Star break. He was an All-Star, but really his play really picked up throughout the year. Again, he's one of our players that is moving on, but he's moving on with some hardware. Number 16, Carter Welke. We're going to ask Drew to come right back up here as we're going to return to our outgoing players or retiring players. We're going to have one more award to hand out this segment, but we'll do it after we hear from these two fine gentlemen. He wasn't here for a long time, but he was here for a good time, and what a big impact player he has become, both offensively and defensively again, building into that mindset of forwards, get back check. The guy is just great along the boards, great in the trenches, and a huge addition at the trade deadline for Dryden GM. He is no stranger to the SIJHL in his junior hockey career, played 108 games with the Red Lake Miners, scored 29 goals, 54 assists, 83 points, 64 penalty minutes. In the acquisition to Dryden, 20 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, 5 points, and 24 penalty minutes. From Edmonton, Alberta, number 18, Noah Tenney.
Well, I'll try to follow up those first two speeches because they were great. But hello, I'd like to start off my speech today by introducing myself for everyone who might not know me. My name's Noah Tenney, and I'm from Edmonton, Alberta. I came over, obviously, from Red Lake and the trade deadline there. And although I've only been here for a short period of time, I can say I've had some of the most fun I've ever had while I'm playing hockey. As a kid, all I ever wanted to do was make the NHL. That dream was really short-lived, and so I turned to the next best thing, which was playing junior hockey. I was never the first pick on any team, but always had a coach that believed in me. They kept my dream of playing junior hockey alive, and for that I couldn't be more thankful. Even though I was often one of the last picks on each team, my coach's belief, I often ended up the year in a much higher place in the lineup than where I started. I was always a reliable option at the end of the year, and I felt that the coaches could always trust me. I was hoping that with all that work and effort that I'd have a lot of junior opportunities for me. But when it came to signing with the junior team and all my friends signing commitments and stuff, I was just kind of left behind, it felt like. That was until I got a message from Lee Stone in a team I've never heard of and a league I've never heard of before. And that's how my SIJHL career started. The first time I drove through an NWO, I was having some serious doubts. I remember turning up on Highway 105 up to Red Lake, and I entered Ear Falls with like 10 missed calls on my phone because my mom thought I crashed. It was bad. Arriving in Red Lake was equally as much of a shock. Coming from Edmonton to a small town of maybe 5,000 people was a huge adjustment for me. But after settling in and getting closer with my teammates, I found myself loving it. I ended up having a pretty successful first year in Red Lake, taking home Rookie of the Year. It was with this success I was hoping I would find a league closer to home. But again, no teams were calling. With that, I decided to go back to Red Lake for a second year. I knew a lot of the returning guys, and I felt that I could get really close with them again and have a good year. Red Lake helped me discover that in the end, it doesn't really matter what level of hockey I played, as long as I was with the right group and have fun. After that season, though, I was really considered hanging them up. Coach Lee Stone was taking a job up in BC, and we really had no returning players coming back. I was stuck between giving up on what I've worked so hard for all my career or toughing it out and hoping I could get traded. I went with option B, and I couldn't have been happier with how things have turned out. All I wanted my 20 year was to win Bill, and when Goosh called me over the break asking if I'd be interested in coming to Dryden, I couldn't have been more happy. It was an instant yes from me, and the deal was finalized shortly after. The first two guys that I met were Mendo and Gronk down in Thunder Bay for the SIJHL versus Lakehead game. We chatted on the bus to the game, and I learned a little bit about the boys from them and got a feel for what the team would be like. I later met Goosh and Brent, and I felt a real connection with them, I guess, for the first time this season. The next ice dog I met was Griff, and to no one's surprise, he was at the casino. We didn't leave with any money that night, but we did get a sweet picture with some guy who kept following us around. I left Thunder Bay knowing I would made the right choice, and I couldn't have been happier to be an ice dog. When I finally got to Dryden and met Robin and Mike, I was thrilled. While I liked my last billet in Red Lake, he was often gone a lot or didn't have much food in the house. That was definitely not the case here. I remember calling my mom after I moved in and telling her about my new home and how excited I was. I later also met Pack and learned that just like Griff, he loved to gamble. I'd hear all about it the next couple months as they'd win big and then lose it all the next day. In fact, I'd find out that most of the guys on the team loved to gamble. I remember my first day going to the rink, and I had pretty much everyone asking me for my referral codes for every single app I could think of. This group of guys is a lot more than just gambling, though. I've had some of the most fun I've ever had while I've been here, whether it's the sewer games, the morning car rides with Pack and Griff, or the sauna days at the pool. I found that this group is among the tightest I've ever had, and I'm so happy that my junior career is going to end with these guys. Finally, I'd like to give some thanks to people who have helped me to live out my dream and continue to play hockey as long as I have. First and foremost, I'd like to give the biggest thank you to my parents. Without all the late nights, early mornings, and countless dollars that they've dedicated to me, I wouldn't have been able to do any of this. I'd like to thank my coaches growing up for all the lessons they've taught me and always believing me to give more. I'd like to thank all my teammates, past and present, who have always supported me and brought me up when I needed it. I'd like to thank the amazing community of Red Lake and all the amazing volunteers and support staff that they had there while I was there. Thank you to Ron Parrish, who was my chaplain in Red Lake, who provided me with guidance whenever I needed someone to talk to. Thank you to all the coaching staff in Red Lake, who took a chance on me and supported my development. And thank you to my old billet, James, in Red Lake, for giving me a home. And a big thanks to my new billets, Robin, Mike, and Pack. You've given me a place to feel like home and somewhere where I can forget about what happens at the rink. Thank you to all the wonderful Dryden volunteers who make playing here possible. We wouldn't do it without you. I'd like to thank Al, the chaplain of Dryden, for the very few times I've been able to meet him, but they've been great times and I've been able to pray with him. A big thanks to all the fans of Dryden for all the support that I felt in such a short time. I'd like to thank Ole and Daryl for all that they do for me and giving the team everything we need to succeed. Thank you to the coaching staff, Paulie, Hacks, and Goosh, for taking a chance and trading for me. I'm so very grateful for this opportunity you've provided me. And finally, I'd like to thank all the boys for making me feel like family. I never felt like I had to fit in and worry about it, and you guys just make it so easy to come to the rink every day. I'm so very happy with how my junior career has ended up. I wouldn't want it to end it any other way than being here, lifting Bill, and slamming beers with you guys at the end of the year. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Noah Tenney. At this time, I'd like to call upon Jake Gushu to come up to the stage here, please, as we have another outgoing player that we're going to honor. Unfortunately, this young man is unable to be here today after he suffered a lower body injury a few games ago, and we hope that he's going to be okay going into the late rounds of the postseason. But what a job he did in Dryden. The Brampton, Ontario native played 88 games with the Ice Dogs, 7 goals, 28 assists, 35 points, 38 penalty minutes. Again, an all-star this year. Played his minor hockey in Brampton and Hamilton in Ontario. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Nicholas McAllen.
Well, I am reading the speech on Nick's behalf, so bear with me here. He first wants to start off, special shout out to the best looking coaching staff in the SIJHL. So Nick's words, not mine.
It doesn't say it there.
I'd like to start by apologizing for not being present tonight. I know there was a lot of work put into organizing all of this. About 2 years ago, I finished my first season of junior in Caledon. It had not gone well, and for the first time in my life, I was contemplating quitting hockey. I requested a trade and hoped to find a team I would enjoy playing for. One of the teams interested in me was Dryden. I didn't know much about the team, but my advisor told me that he knew the coach and he was there to win. I was sold and on my way. The 2 years I spent living in Dryden and being an Ice Dog have been amazing. Dryden has increased my love for the game of hockey. It has also helped me grow as a person and gave me experiences I will never forget. I've enjoyed it all, but none of it would be possible without the people who make it happen. Those people deserve a lot of recognition. To our fans and the entire community, thank you for your continuous support. Your energy and excitement towards our season is contagious. We undoubtedly have the best fans in the league, and it's a blast playing in front of you every night. To our executive team, thank you for everything you do day in and day out. Thank you to our billet coordinators, and thank you to all of the volunteers who make it possible. Everything from our game operations to All-Star Weekend, Parents Weekend, special game nights, every event you organize has been incredible. All of your efforts and contributions do not go unnoticed. Thank you so much for your time. Coaching staff, thank you for taking a chance on me and giving me this opportunity. The belief and confidence you've instilled in me has transformed my game to the best version. You have set a culture into the team that will result in success for a very long time. My only regret is that I'll never be better than Goosh at ping pong. He's not wrong. Thank you to all the billets for opening your homes to the boys and allowing us to live our dreams as a junior hockey player. A big thank you to Anita and Dave Hackman for your endless generosity to the boys and the team. Thank you to Linda and Jim Smith for your daily conversations, laughs at the rink, and of course, your amazing baked goods. Especially to my billet family, Shannon, Kat, Gabby, and Susan, thank you for taking me in and making me part of your family. I am forever grateful for all the care and support you provided me. My entire experience in Dryden has been nothing short of amazing. One thing that will stick with me forever are the people. I've been so fortunate to meet so many kind and positive people who make all of this possible and memorable. I hope to keep these connections for a very long time. Finally, I have to thank the boys. We spend a whole lot of time together, and every second of it has been awesome. You guys are my brothers. We've been through the trenches together, but at the end of the day, we all have each other's backs. I couldn't have asked for a better group of guys to go to battle with. This season has been great so far, and lucky for us, the best part is still to come. Thank you, Nicholas McCallan.
Thanks, Goosh. Again, big round of applause for number 8, Nicholas McCallan. All right, we're going to do an intermission, but one more award to go before that 10-minute break. And let's get to the next award.
The Defenseman of the Year Award. Sponsored by Tim Hortons.
And won't go very far in this one because we just heard all about him. Dryden, one of the top defensive players in not only the SIJHL, but of course the team this year. We hope to have him back as the Ice Dogs make a push for the Bill Salona Cup. This year, Defenseman of the Year, handed out today by Brent Pollard, sponsored by Tim Hortons. Again, number 8, Nicholas McCallan. And accepting the award on his behalf, I'd like to call upon Shannon Willette to please come up. Shannon, of course, the billet mom of Nicholas. And we want to thank again all the billets for their support all year. So congratulations to Nicholas McCallan. All right, just like every great hockey game, it's time to take a little bit of a break. We're going to have a little intermission, so we'll go for a stretch. We'll go for some coffee, some tea, if you want to grab a beverage. We're going to do it 10 minutes again, so I'm going to be pretty tight, 10 minutes on the clock for you. So please do not wander too far from our rink. And a reminder to get your 50-50 tickets, three tickets for $5. This will be the last call for 50-50 tickets. 50-50 tickets available in the main lobby. Again, 3 for $5. Check out the silent auction. Put your name down. Get your name on there. And we'll see you back for more awards for the next live auction. It's a 10-minute break. We'll start the clock now here on the 2026 Dryden GM Ice Dogs Awards Banquet. All right, welcome back to the 2026 Dryden Gym Ice Dogs Awards Banquet. We'll have a few more awards coming up here in a bit, but we have live auction number 2. But again, this entire evening's only available because of our great sponsorship. We want to thank DNS Auto Glass, Jack Hamlin Landscape Photography, Fadukes Down Home Baking, Ushtagon Computers, Intercity Industrial, Barb Goche, one of our great hardworking volunteers, Patricia Inn Family Restaurants, Canadian Tire here in Dryden, Dufresne Furniture and Appliances, Ella Lynn's, and Sunset Granites. Again, when you go to those businesses and meet those people, make sure you say thank you very much for supporting Dryden Gym Ice Dogs hockey here. And it's time for live auction number 2. Let's get our lovely auctioneer, Colleen Oliphant, back to the podium.
Okay, so auction number 2 is the hockey stick and the cornhole game with a set of bean bags. I think the boys are going to walk it around, and I would like them to actually end up here. So this is a really fantastic item. It's a one-of-a-kind original. The value on it is priceless, and the minimum starting bid will be at $100. This was donated to us by the Dryden Go-Getters Senior Center, who handcrafted it and donated this item to our live auction tonight. So everyone, think about it. Everyone likes a friendly competition. Even the guys, all you guys are big on betting here. Why don't you pool your money together? Get it for the ping pong room. Cornhole and ping pong, there you go. So we're gonna start the bid at $100. Coach? All right, Goosh is in for 100. Neaters? Who's that? Robin. 150. Who's next? Neaters. 200. Goosh, 200. Who is it, Robin? Okay. Tim, 275. Robin, I know what your max is. There it is. Neaters. Mike Swenson, come on. Eric Lang. This would go great in the garage with the golf simulator. Look it, they brought it up. Who is it? Robin? Robin again, 350. Shane Langlis, I know you love a good competition. If it was a dartboard, you'd be bidding on it. 350, come on, Neaters. Game room. Tim? Anyone else? Goosh, you're at the max. Going once for 350. Twice. Sold to the Paquette family for 350. All right, there you go. Perfect. Robin.
Hey, Colleen, are you doing?
Okay, I'm back in for the flowers. So on your table again, tables 2, 4, and 8. Let's see what these guys can do. Starting bid is at $40. Tables 2, 4, and 8, go hard. What do you have? What does table 2 have already? I know table 8 has a lot. No, table 4, because they've been up bidding us the whole time without asking us. What about table 2? Where are you at? 150 at table 4? 150 at table 2. What do we got at table 8? Look at that trio of Tenney, Paquette, and McGraw. Like, who would not want to bid 160 on that? $10 for what, big guy? Look at, here we are. Table 4, look at them coming around doing a song and dance.
Here we go. Who's got the mic here?
Me, you, go. Go, Griff, what do you got to say?
What are we at?
What one?
Somebody bid 150. We got it. Come on.
We're not leaving the stage till we get 160, actually.
Oli, call Pronger. What's he got on this?
We're not getting anything. This is going cold. Boys. Tacky, say something.
Come on, somebody do it.
Where are we at? We're at 150.
We're at 150.
Yeah, we're not getting anything. We're getting no love here. 151, anyone?
Who's got it, Robin at 150?
Yeah. That's what I heard. Come on, Oli. Figure it out here.
It's like, are you kidding me? Not for flowers, I just got some.
This isn't going well.
Okay, so what do we have for table number 2? Okay, table number 4 is 150. What's table number 8? Okay, anyone else? Last chance. Okay, there you go. They'll come around and they will settle those bids with you guys. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Colleen. Hey, Colleen. It's just right here for next one. All right, thank you very much, Colleen, and we'll get to lot 3 here of our awards. And here is the first award here in this segment for your Dryden GM Ice Dogs.
The Community Service Award, sponsored by CKDR.
This player is not only a great teammate on and off the ice, but has gone above and beyond in the community, even through some setbacks. He's been heavily involved with minor hockey, and most notably, an assistant coach for the Dryden High School Eagles boys high school hockey team all season long. We're going to get to your award winner in just a second, but the Community Service Award is presented by Scott Pettigrew, who made the long trip to Thunder Bay, and Scott has a few words to say.
Hey, just wanted to say thanks for having CKDR as one of your trophy sponsors. It's a privilege to be here on behalf of Acadia Broadcasting. And but more importantly, I think I'm an ex-player, I'm an ex-coach, ex-executive member. And, you know, when I thought about hearing the guys that are graduating tonight talking about the community that they've become part of here, it made me think about the hockey community and how that thrives by elite players like yourselves turning around and giving back. Who's the next Coach Gushu coming out of this group? Who's the next executive or president or sponsor that's coming out of this group? All of us that took from hockey, we give back to hockey, and that's what makes hockey in Canada great. And again, we're so excited to be part of this community award. Again, thanks for having us.
And without further ado, for the second year in a row, your Community Service Award goes to number 48, Tegan Kerr. All right, congratulations, Tegan. Let's get to our next trophy presentation.
The Jim Wright Memorial Award, sponsored by Serena Wright. The Jim Wright Memorial Award is presented to the most valuable player.
And it will be presented as well by Serena Wright. And for some of our players and some of the new members of our team who are not familiar with the Jim Wright Memorial Award, Jim was a former trainer of the Ice Dogs, a legend and a stalemate in the locker room. He got us ready for road trips. He got us ready for game days. He made sure all the boys were ready. He made sure I behaved on the road trips. He really did everything. Jim was just a well-respected member of this community. Fortunately, we lost him a few years ago, but it's an honor to keep his name alive with one of the most important trophies there is, the most valuable player award. And this man will probably be taking the league trophy home with him at the end of the night. We've gone over his stats. We don't have to go more. Your most valuable player, number 91, Peyton Hugh. Ladies and gentlemen, your most valuable player, Peyton Hugh. We'll get Drew back up here. Two more outgoing players to address. And first of all, our friend from Golden Lake, Ontario. First year of the Ice Dogs, came in, and what a job he did. Was 4 of the first 5 weeks of the year, was the goaltender of the week. Went off to a great hot start and didn't let the foot off the gas pedal. On his way to an all-star appearance. Finished the season 19-7-2, 2.39 goals against average, .924 save percentage. Was top 5 in the league in those categories and led the league in shutouts this season with 5. Previous experience with the Armpire Packers of the EOJHL, but he found a home here in Dryden, and we are extremely glad he did. Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, Maverick Welk.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here today. It truly means a lot. The community has shown up for us all year long, and your support is greatly appreciated night in and night out. The energy brought to the home game, fan interaction walking down the stairs on a Friday night is something I'll always cherish, and a memory that will never be forgotten. It truly makes Dryden an amazing junior hockey town. Starting hockey as a little kid came naturally to me. I was always around the game, and I had family members that played the junior hockey level to look up to. My parents always made it accessible to play no matter what they had going on. They always wanted to make sure that I was taken care of and able to play. The late night rides, hotel weekends mean so much more now that I am able to look back and see the sacrifices they made for me to chase my dreams. Growing up in a sports-fueled family of 6 was pure chaos in the best way possible. Having 2 younger brothers and a younger sister, hockey was all we did, all we talked about, and all we played. I've had them at my side rooting for me the whole time, and through all the ups and downs, I've always had them there to keep me going, whether we were under the same roof or 1,500 kilometers apart. I love you guys, and the sacrifices you have made mean so much to me. To the coaching staff, Goosh, Hacks, and Brent, you guys showed up for us all year long, holding us to the highest standard, pulling the most at each guy every night, helping us strive for perfection, and giving us every opportunity to succeed. You guys aren't just our coaches, but role models, true friends, and willing to do anything for anyone. Taking your time to send emails to schools, pro teams for next year is something that not everybody gets from their coaches. And it makes our lives so much easier as we are able to focus on just the task at hand that day. The boys and myself really appreciate the sacrifices you make, and we plan on showing you that this postseason as we are not just battling for each other, but for you guys as well. There are two guys that don't get the recognition they deserve here. They volunteer their time to make sure that we are safe and taken care of. They set up the room for us, do our laundry, sharpen skates, drive the bus around the NWO, all while keeping the mood light and always helping hype us up. The team wouldn't be the same without Daryl and Ole. Daryl is the man always up for a chat, first guy to offer a hand when you need something, or fixed or jerry-rigged. Ole makes this place an experience, to say the least. Don't think I've ever had a conversation with him that I wasn't being chirped or knew it was even going on. But he always gets the boys fired up and having a good time. One of the biggest supporters I've had in my corner is our team chaplain, Al. He opened up his home to the boys every Thursday night to do our Bible study and just talk about the day-to-day struggles a junior hockey player might face. Having an outlet like Al definitely helped me throughout the course of the season, helping me get involved in the Full Gospel Church and feeling like a member of their community. This has made Dryden feel like a home. Having a reason to play that's bigger than the game is an important piece to my life that makes the ups and downs of hockey much more manageable. As most of you have seen our prayer circles after the games, being able to play for the bigger picture gives you something to ground yourself to, no matter the score or your personal performance. There's always something to look forward to and have personal value with. This is very special to me as a 20-year-old age out. What comes past junior hockey is often a struggle for a lot of hockey players. And I can't lie, it affected me at times. But my faith and identity in Christ is always something to bring me back to reality and give me a present mindset, focus on the task at hand. But God has gone before me and got it all figured out. These are kinds of topics that Al would go over with us in our chapels and our Bible studies. He has given us, our group, strength and confidence that I've never seen or felt before. Coming to Dryden was something that I wasn't sure about at first. I was feeling like hockey wasn't worth it anymore, and being ready to go to school and start a life felt like a pretty good option. With that being said, this is the best decision I have ever made. Being placed with great billets, Trevor and Marnie Jonathan, and their two sons, Thomas and Theodore, made every minute at home enjoyable and entertaining, to say the least. The support given to us players here is next level, and it really brought the love and drive back to the game for me, right from the moment I stepped on the ice in camp. It felt like I was 16 again, ready to fight and grind our way to a playoff run no matter what it takes. This group of guys is truly special to me. To say in your 20-year-old year that you're on the best team you've ever played for with the best teammates you've ever had is something I've wanted since I started junior. The dynamic of this group of guys is all heart and a brotherhood that can't be broken no matter the night or who we play. When we are rolling, it is impossible to break our pace and energy. To have this in my last year means so much to me. Thank you to the city of Dryden for accommodating us so professionally all season. To the entire Ice Dogs organization, thank you to the entire Ice Dogs organization for making this season such a blast. For myself and all the boys, we can't wait to bring Bill back home this spring. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 33, your goaltender, Maverick Welk. Our next outgoing player, again, another short but very sweet visit to the city of Dryden. Again, I talked about it earlier. He was well hyped up at the start of this season, and he's one of those guys, they're like, Ebbs, wait till you see this guy, and boy, oh boy, did he put on a show. 46 games he played, 24 goals, 38 assists, 62 points. Again, among the top of the SIJHL skaters in the league. He was an all-star again, came from the North Yarmouth Academy Prep US team, and made his home here in Dryden. Number 88, Adrian Mendoza.
Good evening, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Adrian Mendoza, and I'm from Montreal, Quebec. And if you told me a year ago that I'd be standing here giving a speech about my junior career, I probably wouldn't have believed you. Before coming to Dryden, my whole plan was simple. I was going to go straight to school and focus on my education. Junior hockey, honestly, wasn't even part of the picture anymore. I thought that chapter of my life might already be closed. But life has a funny way of working out. An opportunity came up to me to come to Dryden and play junior hockey for a year. At first, I didn't know what to expect. New place, new teammates, new coaches, and honestly, a lot of uncertainty. But looking back now, I can confidently say it was one of the best decisions I've ever made. Now, I'd be lying if I said the boys made it easy on me right away. As most of you know, I came in as a 20-year-old rookie, which in the hockey world is pretty rare. Most guys have been playing juniors for a few years already by that age. So naturally, the guys had some fun with it. They love reminded me that I was the old guy rookie. I got caught a lot of things in the room, but one nickname that stuck was the 20-year-old rock. And honestly, I kind of deserved it. I was the rookie who was also somehow the oldest guy in the room. So the boys never let me forget it. Whether it was the chirps in the locker room, on the bus, at practice, even at this event, I definitely heard about it. But in reality, that's part of what made this year so special. Those chirps, those jokes, and all those moments in the locker room are the things you remember the most. Hockey is obviously about the games and the wins, but what really sticks with you are the people you go through it with. And I was lucky to be surrounded by an incredible group of guys. To my teammates, thank you for making this year unforgettable. From the road trips to the locker room laughs, to the battles on the ice, and especially the back skates during practice. You guys made this experience something I'll always appreciate. Even though you guys never stopped reminding me that I was a 20-year-old rock. To the coaching staff, Goosh, Hacks, Brent, and Walski, I want to say thank you. Thank you for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to be here. It meant a lot that you trusted me. It gave me a chance to be part of this team. Your guidance, patience, and support throughout the season made a huge difference, not just for me as a player, but as a person as well. I also want to shout out Oli and Daryl, always having our equipment ready for games and always sharpening my skates every single game. I also want to give a special thank you to the board. Thank you for everything you've done behind the scenes for this organization and for the players. People don't always see the work that goes on off the ice to keep a team running, but it means a lot to all of us. Your support and commitment to this team gave players like me the opportunity to be here and be part of something special, so thank you. And of course, I want to thank my billets, Shano, Kristen, Tyson, and Harrison. Playing junior hockey isn't easy when you're away from home. Having people open their house to you and treat you like family makes a bigger difference than people realize. Thank you for the meals, the support, and for making Dryden feel like home for me this year. I also want to thank my parents, who unfortunately couldn't make it here. None of this would have been possible without them, from the early mornings, long drives, and all the sacrifices they made so I could keep playing the game I love, and I'm incredibly grateful. They've always supported me through every step of my hockey journey, and I wouldn't be standing here today without them. I also want to thank the fans and the community of Dryden. From the first game I played here, I could feel how much this town cares about hockey and this team. The support we received all season long meant a lot to all of us. Playing in front of a community that loves the game the way you do is something special. Even though my junior career was only 1 year, it taught me a lot. It reminded me how much I love this game. It showed me how quickly things can change when you take a chance on an opportunity. And it gave me memories and friendships that will last far longer than just one season. This year also helped me open the door for the next chapter of my life, and I'm incredibly thankful for that. But no matter where hockey or life takes me next, Dryden will always be a place I remember. Not just because it was my only year of junior hockey, but because of the people who made that year so meaningful. So to everyone who was part of this journey, my teammates, coaches, billets, the board, my parents, the fans, and this entire community, thank you. And to the boys, thank you for putting up with the 20-year-old rock all season. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 88, Adrian Mendoza. All right, 2 more awards before our third and final live auction. And we'll make the presentation right now. Trevor?
The Tammy Wojtowicz Memorial Award, sponsored by the Tucky family. The Tammy Wojtowicz Memorial Award is the Coach's Choice Award.
Reoccurring theme, if you're an ice dog. Tammy, a longtime volunteer, she's on the board of directors at one point, great human being, and unfortunately we lost her a few years ago. Usually presented by Shannon and Alex Tucky. Unfortunately, they could not be here today. They send their regrets. It is sponsored by the Tucky family, as we've already mentioned. Jake Gushu and squad, the entire coaching staff here to make the announcement. Do you want to make the announcement? You got her? Okay. Oh, I got her. Okay. Oh, great. Thanks. Put me on the spot. I'm not going to say much about this player because that'll come. I can't even. The reoccurring theme we've heard from all of the 20s is the guys. This is as close of a team that I've seen and how I've heard. So for this coaching staff here to pick one guy for the Coaches Award is pretty much just impossible. Every single one of you guys probably deserve this year's award. But the final selection, this year's Coaches Award winner is your captain, Elias Eisenbarth. Congratulations, Elias. And one final trophy before we bring Colleen back up to the stage.
The Lawrence Price Memorial Award, sponsored by the Price and Russell families. The Lawrence Price Memorial Award is awarded to the fan favorite.
Yes, your fan favorite award. And again, this is a tough grouping to pick. The Lawrence Price Memorial Fan Favorite Award, most know Lawrence simply as the Fan. A hockey-related nickname given to him as a young boy playing on a frozen pond by the Airport Road Gang. He loved the game of hockey and assisted coaching his youngest son's hockey team whenever possible. Fan was an avid Ice Dog supporter, and I mean avid. But more importantly, he was a kind, caring individual who touched so many of our lives. He had wit, he had generous spirit, he was an overall great human being, great individual. Unfortunately, Fan lost his battle to cancer in December of 2021 after a very brave fight. Here to present the Fan Favorite Award is Fan's sister-in-law, Lori Russell. This award is selected by you, the fans. We have some great fans here in attendance here today. Thank you for your ongoing support with the Dryden GM Ice Dogs. They had the opportunity to weigh in, vote for their favorite player, and the most popular player amongst our fans. This year's award goes to Maverick Wilk. Maverick Welk, your fan favorite award. Again, great sponsorship throughout this night and throughout the season. We want to thank Napa Auto Parts here in Dryden, Marbella Coffee House, Murphy's Trophy Depot, Dryden GM, Sunset Gourmet Food Company, the Center, and we want to thank the Center for hosting us here tonight. Great service as always. Wilson's Business Solutions, Boreo Audiology, Heidi and Dave Compardo, Mark and Lori Thompson, The Oliphant, Paquette, and Cropland families. Thank you guys for everything you do. And for the businesses, when you go into those businesses, make sure you say thank you very much for supporting Dryden GM Ice Dogs hockey and community hockey here for 25 years. All right, Colleen, take it away.
Okay, before we move on to our last live auction item, I just have a little bit of an intro here. If you grew up in Dryden or any small town in northwestern Ontario, you learn a few things early. Winters are long, community is tight, and hockey just isn't a pastime. It's practically a second language. From neighborhood ODRs to packed local arenas, the game runs deep in the town's veins. Every now and then, a kid from that small northern community skates a little farther than most. One of those kids was Chris Pronger. Long before he was lifting the Stanley Cup or battling the best players in the NHL, Pronger was simply a Dryden boy with big skates, a bigger reach, a nasty disposition, and a work ethic built by a small town life. Around here, people still remember the tall kid who seemed to grow a few inches every season. The one who could clear the front of the net before most players his age had figured out how to grow a proper mustache. His journey from local rinks in Dryden to the bright lights of the NHL wasn't just about talent. It was about the kind of determination that northern towns and their teams quietly produce. Early mornings, long drives, and a community that cheers loudly when one of their own takes a shot at something bigger. Pronger didn't just make it. He became one of the most dominant D-men of his era. But no matter how many arenas he played in or how many miles he traveled, his story always started the same way. In a small town in northwestern Ontario, where a kid from Dryden first laced up his skates. Unfortunately, Chris had Hockey Night in Canada duties he needed to attend to tonight. But he'll be joining us via a pre-recorded clip. So Griff, if you're a betting man, you bet whose text is Pronger going to answer first, mine or his? Here he is. Enjoy his message.
Hey, Chris Pronger here. So much to say, so little time. First off, 25 years of the Dryden Ice Dogs. Congratulations. That is impressive. Secondly, playoffs. We're talking playoffs. Wishing you all nothing but the best as you strive for another championship with the Dryden Ice Dogs. And let's talk a little bit about Bill Salonen. Many of you may or may not know, Bill was my principal in St. Albert Street School. He was also my dad's teacher and a tremendous pillar of the Dryden community, certainly of the Minor Hockey Association. Can't say enough kind words about Bill and what he meant to not only our town, but to my family and the minor hockey system in Dryden. So thinking of him and hoping his family's doing well. And I guess the biggest thing, boys, just have fun. This is the greatest time of your life. You're out here enjoying the great sport of hockey with one another as you ply your trade and learn the good, bad, and the ugly about the sport of hockey. But having fun, enjoying the moment, and soaking it all in. It goes by fast. Next thing you know, you're in school. Next thing you know, you got a job, and life moves on. But wishing you all nothing but the best as you search out that next championship. And let's give a little salute to 25 years of excellence for the Dryden Ice Dogs. Have fun, enjoy, and best of luck, my friends.
Okay, so let's get on to our last item. That is the steel linear fire table. This is approximate value of $800 and we'll be starting the bids at $200. Thank you to Rona Dryden who generously donated this item. So a little bit about it is that it is a Sunbeam steel fire table model 3962. This will add any sort of atmosphere to your backyard, having a marshmallow roast, doing all that fun stuff, staying warm when the temperatures are cool. It gives powerful heat, it has durability, convenience, and versatility. So who can we get to open the bids at $200? Coach. Tim. $250. Peyton Hugh at $260. I love it. Is that for you or is it for Eric? Go. Anyone else? Okay, Tim at $300. $325, anyone? Who is it? Daryl, yay! $325. Anyone for $350? The boys are trying to carry it around over there. Tim at $350. Anyone for $375? 80, I see you. Okay, $400. Anyone, $400? Tim, $400, I knew it, I could feel it. Keep going. $425, 80. $450, Anita, I haven't heard from you yet. Okay. Anyone else for $500, Tim? 80. Not to be outdone. Oh, $525, 80. Can I notch you up for that? Okay, $525 to 80 Lang. Anyone else? $550. Tim, $550. It's the Tim and 80 show. 80. $600 from your financial backer. Tim, what does your financial backer say? $625. 80. It's $800 value. Okay, $650 it is. Tim. $700 to the Gads. Did she say you could have it? Unless anyone else feels they want to step up. 700? Once? Twice? Congratulations, Gads. Okay, so we're going to do the last round of table centers, and that is table 5, 7, and 9. So those boys at those tables, start your bidding. Five, 7, and 9, where are you at? There we go, I see Mav with his. I see the boys in the back with theirs. Your number fell over. Fix yourself up. Good job. And where's the other one? Oh, Peyton. What do you guys have? Got 100? Okay, good. Okay, wow. Remember, Goose, Jen's coming in tomorrow. You need some flowers. $85, okay. Oh, are you coming up here to do a little song and dance, Peyton? Nice. Do it.
Great basket here. Extra value in this one. We got it at 100 right now. Does anyone want to go any higher?
You'll sign the tickets.
Wait, what?
You'll sign your tickets.
I'll sign the tickets too.
And everyone else's.
I don't think it's
You'll sign
going
one
up.
and Elias will sign the other one.
Oh, and the captain Elias will sign the other ticket.
And pictures.
And maybe a picture. Okay, I think we're good at
We're good, we're good. Okay, good job. Okay, what do we got for table 5? Okay, table 7. Table 9. What do you got? Nice. Okay, if anyone else would like a chance at that, this is your last call. Oh, Polly, are you digging deep? Polly, good job. Okay, going once, twice, sold. Thank you, everyone.
All right, let's thank Colleen for all the hard work she's done, not only tonight, but all season long. Great job. One last trophy to hand out here this evening. Trevor?
Resilience and Integrity Award. Sponsored by Natasha Croplin.
And Tash will present the award here this evening. Let's talk about resilience and integrity. What does that really mean? Resilience, it's a process, outcome of successfully adapting to difficult or challenging life experiences, especially through mental, emotional, and behavioral flexibility and adjustment to external and internal demands. That's resilience. Integrity means being honest, having strong moral principles. A person, most importantly, with integrity, behaves ethically and does the right thing, even behind closed doors. The recipient of this year's award has demonstrated both resilience and integrity on and off the ice, regardless of the situation. They contribute in a positive way to the well-being of their team, as well as providing leadership during those times of adversity. And I can't think of a better player to win this year's Resilience and Integrity Award. He's been through it all. Your winner this year, Tegan Kerr. We'll get Drew right back here for our final address. And this is not only the outgoing player address, the final one of the evening, but also our captain's address. What can we say about this player? The Alberta boy, 3 seasons with the Dryden GM Ice Dogs, 127 games, 35 goals, 50 assists, 85 points, paltry 67 penalty minutes. This guy plays the game the way it should be. 25 years, I will honestly say this player might go down as one of the best overall players we have seen. We've had guys that have just pure skill, pure talent, score 50, 40 goals. Guys that'll set up maybe 100 assists, but this guy plays the game. I've often said on air, there's no one better. Again, offensively he's one of the best, but there's no one better defensively. We've seen it with 2 back-to-back top defensive awards, as well as face-offs. He plays with some grit. He plays the game clean. Again, he's a complete all-around player. Your captain this year, Elias Eisenbarth.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you all for coming. As we near the end of our season, there are 7 of us here who will also be ending our junior careers for good. What an unforgettable time these past 3 years have been. I'm not sure I'm going to fit all the memories and thank yous into one speech, but I'll certainly try my best. I'd never heard of Dryden or even knew it existed in my life until I found out that I was getting traded there. My first instinct was to hop onto Google Maps, see where it was, only to realize that it was a lot further away than I thought. My first challenge came before I ever set foot in Dryden. I locked my keys in my car at a gas station in Kenora. When I called the local lock and key service to unlock it for me, it came with a nice dent in the credit card as well. Ran about $300. Full of anger with myself, I drove down the highway. For some reason, I never looked up the city of Dryden, just Google Maps on how to get there. Once I finally got to Dryden, there was one thing that hit me right away: the smell of the mill. I didn't really understand what was happening. I looked at myself and I went, pretty sure I didn't let one go. Until later, I was instructed that that was just the smell that the mill made. After that, arrived at the rink. I was directed upstairs, and I remember thinking to myself, there's absolutely no way our dressing room is upstairs. And boy, was I wrong. It was nothing like it envisioned, and that was shock number 2 of the day. After that was all done, the day was over. I was finally able to head home to meet my new billets, Adi and Eric Lang. My billet brother, Jackson Pear, had a unique response, to say the least, telling Adi to F off. My jaw hit the floor because, I mean, let's be real, whoever talks to their billets like that. And then I was told that that was a normal interaction. My first thought was, this place is a nightmare, but boy, I couldn't be wrong. I'm not sure I lucked out with something more in my life than getting put in the Lang household. What a true blessing it has been. For the past 3 years, I've been extremely fortunate to live with Adi and Eric Lang. It may not have been totally appropriate at times in our house, but it is always filled with tons of love. From the moments of laughter to the gentle parenting and advice, I can't begin to describe how grateful I am for both of you. You made my time in Dryden better so much in so many different ways. I know that no matter what, I always have 2 people in my corner. Eric, although we may constantly harass you, test your patience, and make you wonder why you billeted for as long as you have, I can't begin to tell you thank you enough for all that you have done for me. From the talks about hockey, to sports, to life, you have taught me more than you can know about how to become a better man. I remember getting told that I was going to live at a house with a golf simulator built in it, and I didn't really need to hear much after that. I guess I didn't get the memo that I was only a temporary billet, because when I first got to the house, I unpacked literally everything I had with me. I was a bit shocked when you walked up to me and said that you were keeping me at the house. Not sure why you signed yourself up for another 3 years with me, but I really do appreciate it. Your kind words in times of my own frustration as a man is what will always stick out to me the most. You've become a father figure to me in more ways than you probably realize. I look forward to our future golf rounds and talks about life. They always offer me perspective I haven't thought about before. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your patience. 80. You will always be the best at driving Eric to insanity. Even with Peyton and I's stupidity matched together, we couldn't do as good a job as you do. Your kindness, patience, and unique sense of humor has made the transition into the house as easy as it could be. From giving me a hard time about certain things to sharing crazy little details that have happened throughout our days, the daily talks we have will always be something that I miss the most. They may get weird or dark and oftentimes even inappropriate, but no matter what, there is always a chuckle at the end. You are such a fun person, and it has made 3 years so enjoyable. I wouldn't trade the time I've gotten to spend with you for anything. The biggest thing that I want to say to both of you is thank you for belief and support. Since day one, I've always been able to be myself without judgment. It has allowed me to become a better person and a more mature person. I could come back to the house after games and never have to worry about if I played well or didn't. It was always the same thing: crack a joke and laugh with each other. I always have someone to call and somewhere to stay. I also now have a trip that needs to be planned every summer to see both of you. You are my family now, and I will be extremely grateful for both of you. I love you both, and thank you yet again. Goosh. Wow, does time ever fly? Remember stepping off the bus in Thunder Bay as a rookie, walking into McDonald's for a post-game meal and thinking, what the hell is going on? When suddenly that thought was interrupted by Goosh loudly telling us that we have $12 to get something to eat and to hurry up. I walked up to him and asked if this is what we normally ate on the road, in which you promptly replied, "Yep, get used to it." How things have changed since then. It has been so fun to be a part of the journey since. You bring an excitement and passion to the rink every day that makes it so easy to play for. Regardless of the 7 a.m. bag skates after Thunder Bay or sushi on the bench, I will always appreciate you for everything you have taught me, not just about the game of hockey, but life in general. I have many instances where the advice that you passed me will be used for years to come. The trust and belief you have installed in me will always mean the world to me. I know we test your patience far beyond what it can hold, but I speak for all the boys that what you do for us is truly never taken for granted. We are all so incredibly lucky to have you as a coach. Thank you for your time and mostly for your belief. Hacks. Whether you're throwing chirps at the boys, or pacing around intensely before the room or before a game, you bring a positive attitude and a sense of humor that allows everyone to be themselves and not be shy. A true player's coach. Ready to hear everyone's thoughts and concerns and provide the other side of an argument in a calm and respectful manner. The middleman in many scenarios, even though it might drive Gooch nuts. We appreciate you for it because it's rare to find. The work you put in for the boys is something we won't ever forget. Whether it's a video clip for us in the morning or getting our pregame meal from Crooked, we see it and we appreciate it. You make the rink a fun place amidst the pressure, chaos, and many times anger. You'll keep it light and fun. Maybe that's a morning skate face-off against Smiley or eating one of the largest bowls of spaghetti I've ever seen because it's time to bulk. Without you, it just wouldn't be the same. This is the best coaching staff that I've ever had. In my time with you all, I've not felt an instance where you lost belief in myself or who we are as people. You guys keep us in line, motivated, and ready to take on whatever is in store for that day. I have learned so much from you all, and my appreciation for it runs deep within me. No matter the skates or the yelling, I always have a special bond with each and every one of you. Thank you for all that you do for me and the team. Daryl, I'm not sure I've ever met a man that works harder than you do. I was told that you had retired, but I see you helping Brent out with street lamps or driving a truck somewhere to do something. And all I have to say is that retired my ass. I seriously cannot tell you for myself and the entire team how lucky and thankful we are to have you as our trainer. Anything that you need, from skates, helmet screws, even taping our neck guards on during the game, you do with a smile and a kind-hearted saying of anything for you, boss. The tireless nights spent driving the team bus, sharpening skates, and making sure that everyone has everything they need before the game. You are a true rock star, Daryl, and we couldn't tell you thank you enough, even if we tried. Our team runs functionally because of you. We wouldn't be where we are without you. I hope at some point you finally learn what the word retired means. There's no one I know that deserves some time to sit down and relax. Oli, man, do you go stir crazy. No matter where I go, I see you doing something. Oftentimes it has something to do with us, making sure our laundry is clean, getting the jerseys and socks ready for next game, or helping tidy up our room. Just like Daryl, without you, we wouldn't run or be as efficient as an organization. You bring nothing but positivity and laughter to the rink and always manage to crack a smile on the boys' face. Thank you for being selfless and giving us your valuable time and effort. To our volunteers. First of all, thank you to the volunteers who set up this amazing banquet. You have been tirelessly working all year to make our organization and community service run smoothly. Without you, none of our special games like Cancer Night or Hometown Proud or any other function that we have going on would happen. Those games are so special to play in and wouldn't be as impactful without everyone that helps plan it. From top to bottom, our volunteers are the backbone of our organization. You are simply all in it to help us out and give us the best junior hockey experience in Dryden. Just know that it doesn't go unnoticed, and we appreciate every single one of you. To the boys. As a team, you guys drive me absolutely nuts. I've had my patience stretched further than I ever thought it could be. Rounding up everyone to go to warm-ups or to the gym after practice is like rounding up a pack of Wildcats. It's damn near impossible. But with that being said, my favorite moment every day is pulling into the parking lot of the rink. I may not always look excited or happy, but I can promise you all one thing: I am. It's easily the best group that I've ever had the privilege to play with. If there's one thing I can leave you with, it's never to take a day for granted. Junior hockey truly is the best time of your life. You get to do nothing but play hockey and hang out with your best friends every single day. Please don't take that for granted, because you may never get a group like this again. You may not get a better life experience like this again. Time flies by faster than you could ever imagine. Soak it all in, enjoy every second. Regardless if it's celebrating a win and then having a green light, or getting bag skated because of a loss. It all goes toward the unique junior and life experience that we all had. I always consider everyone here as one of my brothers. My phone is on 24/7 for you all, and if you ever need anything at all, I really do hope that you call me. Thank you for giving me the best group that a 20-year-old could ask for. Thank you for helping me fall deeper in love with the game. Thank you guys for the ride. Lastly, to the Ice Dogs organization. Mike, thank you for your positivity and kindness that you bring to the rink. It's extremely special knowing that from top to bottom, there are people that believe in us as a group no matter what happens. It makes it so incredibly easy to go out there and play as hard as you possibly can for the logo. I can't begin to tell you what your confidence means to me. Being part of the program has become the most meaningful and rewarding time that a junior player could ever ask for. Over the last 3 years, it has brought me so much more than just being able to be a hockey player. It's brought me guidance, stability, and a chance to chase a dream. Thank you again to everyone who has made the past 3 years of my life the best ones. I'll always remember my time as a dog. Thank you all for coming. I won't forget it. It's time to bring Bill home. Thank you.
Your captain, number 27, Elias Eisenbarth. And to close out tonight's event, I'd like to call upon our team president, Mr. Mike Swenson, to bring us home.
Good evening, everyone. So a couple caveats. First of all, I'm sick. It's been a rough week. I've been looking forward to this event, and there was moments this week where I thought I might be sneaking in the back door, doing a speech and running away. Luckily, I feel good enough today to be here because I've never missed one. I'm not going to start now. Secondly, I want to be upfront, first of all. Feeling very emotional about this year's banquet, so forgive me if that comes through in what I'm going to say. I don't know if it's the 25 years or the the time that I've had with the club, or the time in my own family's hockey journey with my kid being away, and it's a beautiful thing. This commitment we make to this game in Canada, and coming at the crossroads of all of that personally. So. Had a moment at the rink last week seeing a jersey, a kid's jersey with a name bar at the back of it. I was completely taken away from the game for 5 or 10 minutes just thinking about the impact that this team has had on my life and what it has had on other people's lives in our community. So that being said, there's 2 things I wanted to do before I got into the meat of my talk. I wanted to recognize Lori for putting this on, and I wanted to recognize Crooked Arrow for what they do for us. First of all, when it comes to the banquet tonight, it's our 25th year, and most of you know this. And whenever I get a chance to talk like this, it's like preaching to the choir because you understand what it means to have the same team in the same arena with the same name for 25 years in a row, and we see it all the time. I've referred to it sometimes as a yearly miracle that the team operates year after year after year. And it's because of all of you. And therefore, we want this event to be a celebration of you, a celebration of our community. The players on our team, both on-ice team and off-ice team. So we contemplated and we talked about the significance of the event in the executive sessions. And Robin and I got Lori into a meeting at the rink during a game. And part of the thing in my world with the team is that the less time that I spend thinking about a certain area of the team generally means that it's functioning as well as it can. And the more time I spend on it means there's a problem there. So I'll tell you that after Robin and I met with Lori at the rink and she agreed to do the banquet, I stopped thinking about it. because Lori and her mom and the people that do this for us are the all-star team of doing events like this. And we have people like that within the organization. If you want a cancer game done, you get Colleen and Tash and Shauna. If you want a banquet done, you get Lori. So I have told a couple of times this year, and many times in the past, the story about my interactions with Mr. Salonen at a banquet years ago, where he thought that the banquet should be more than what it was. The ticket should cost more because we were worth more, et cetera, et cetera. I won't go into the details because I've told it many times, but I'm certain, I for one am proud of the banquet, and I think Bill would be too, so thank you, Lori. Secondly, Tommy and Nikki, so they're not here now, but I wanted to make sure I told them this stuff personally, so I grabbed them and told them about what a unique sponsorship this is with them in junior hockey. It is not a normal circumstance for a company like that, a restaurant, to make sure that they feed 25, 30 people every road game throughout a junior season. Not only the financial impact of it, but the work of it. You know, and in true Tommy and Nikki fashion, you know, as I was telling them this, they told me, no, we're not doing it for the praise. They're not here now because they don't need me to praise them in front of all of you. But you guys, if you have an opportunity, and you have one right now, because I'll tell you something interesting that's been developing throughout the banquet. They have recently, 10 minutes ago, received a one-star review on their Google account because they were closed tonight, which they've advertised all week saying they're closed because they want to do the Ice Dogs banquet. So there's a Facebook thread going on their Crooked Arrow Facebook page. So very informal, I know, but I think a real fitting thing for us to do at this point is if you have a phone on you, take your phone out. Go ahead. Go to their Facebook page, or if you have a Google account, go to their Google page and give them a rating, which they actually deserve, or comment on that post telling them how much we appreciate them. Because we have 100 people here tonight, and that would be overwhelmingly more than they need to understand how much they mean to us and to show the community what they mean to us. So I don't want to keep you here all night, but I'm going to give you a minute to go ahead and actually do that. I'm going to do it too. All right, we get some reviews out there? Okay. Anyway, Tommy and Nikki are probably, I asked them to watch it on the live stream, and you know, we can do that. We can show them our appreciation that way, but they also do a round of applause. Tommy, Nikki, Lori, everybody at the center that put this on for us, thank you very much. So, hockey teaches us about the notion of one shift at a time. And when I became involved in the game of hockey, the notion of taking a game one shift at a time was very easy for me to understand. It was a stage of my life where I was trying to take things one day, maybe 1 hour at a time sometimes. So I've never thought that anything but to be a hard truth of life. Take this one shift at a time. And I think when we think of how much we invest in this game, the people in this room, hockey is life for a lot of us in some ways. And we say we can make an analogy between the time that we spend on a shift and moments in our lives. A period of a game in hours of our lives. A game of hockey, a day of our lives, and a season being a year of our lives. So when we talk about taking it a shift at a time, and I'm talking to our off-ice team as well, we always have to remember to to demonstrate this for our young athletes. We tell them to take things a shift at a time. It's okay. You know, you can't win the next shift right now. You have to forget about the one just happened, deal with the one you're on. We can all do that as a staff and as adults. We can all learn to demonstrate this and make us all better to take one moment at a time, one day at a time. This game gives us a structure for navigating life in otherwise unmanageable places. And we have an obligation to the kids that come and to the families that send their kids to us to demonstrate those sorts of things. And so, you know, it's my job to worry about the shifts off the ice. Jake and Ben worry about the on ice, and I worry about the off ice. So those are the work that we put in. You know, the work we put in to make these things happen. It's quiet work. It's not glamorous work. And, you know, the people here make my job really easy. My job is just to keep you all in the same room. And maybe that part isn't always easy because sometimes, you know, it's a lot of people. Of the businesses that I'm responsible for in my life, that's what I do professionally. I'm a self-employed business owner. But this one has the largest staff. And it's mostly volunteers, so it's an entirely different thing. But that's something that's always struck me about this place. It's not about what we're taking home in money. It's about what we're putting into the thing in heart. That's always been attractive to me about the club. We have a commitment to valuing principles above personalities. We have to recognize that you get 100 people in a room, just like in a locker room. The coaches try to make sure that 25 guys are all bought in on the same page, that they all feel the same way, and sometimes that's not possible. So you do the best you can. You get 20 of 25 pulling in the right direction, 5 guys faking it, or at least putting on a good show. Well, we have that issue off the ice too, but we have 100 people we have to worry about. And what I like to point out is that the number one and the real only requirement for membership in our club off the ice is that you love the Ice Dogs and that you love Dryden. If that's on your resume, hand it in because we've got a job for you. Another thing that we always talk about here is our value system with people being more important to us than money. That's something that as the bank account has grown over the years, we have had to really work to keep in the forefront of our thoughts because there was a time it was easy to say that because we had no money. But now we do. And we talk about making sure that people feel more valuable to us than money. And I'll tell you, when I just had a conversation with Tommy to give him our praise before he left, and it really, every time that you talk about the Ice Dogs, right, for me, every time I talk about the Ice Dogs, the things that I believe to be true about the team, and when I speak sincerely with people about them, I get back from them all the affirmation I need about what we're doing. I told Tommy what I told you about how important they are to us, and he told me that he just does what he does for us because of what we do for the community. So we're winning every day when we do this. We're showing people what we are, and people want to be a part of that. The strength of the organization comes from people, not money. And those people, like I said, are mostly volunteers. Individuals who have taken countless shifts for the club, who have won games and lost games, who have won shifts and lost shifts, but have always shown up for the next one quietly and without fanfare. Every year I like to make a point during this speech to single one of you out because I've never been one to make a list and go through it from top to bottom because I'll miss one of you, and I don't want you to be upset about that. So hopefully you can keep me around here long enough that after a few more years I can single out every one of you during this speech. And you know, I've just observed through the year and I think about who it's going to be, and this year it came to me in the last few days, but we have one home. And you know, before again, preaching to the choir, you all understand the the impact that having the Ice Dogs in your household is. It becomes your life in some ways. It has in mine. And, you know, it's not a normal volunteer gig is another thing I always say. We give so much to this club that when we're talking about other volunteer opportunities in the community, we can just do those too, because this one is like a job. We're here full time. There's one home in our Ice Dogs family that has the following in it: a 5-star billet mom, a trainer, a bus driver, a coach, and a social media lead, and that's just 3 people. So this year, I want to make sure that I tip the cap to the Pollard family, because you're the lifeblood of what we do, and I cannot express enough how much I appreciate that. If there was an Ice Dogs magazine and you had to take out a page, an ad of what we're looking for in people to join our club, it would be the Pollards. Thanks again, guys. I also don't let a year go by during this speech where I take a moment to thank the most important people in my life. That's my wife and my son. Because when we started doing this, like I said, it quickly became our life. And it got to the point, it has gotten to the point where, you know, the time that we dedicate to the club, you know, well now, when Shauna was the billet coordinator, it was all encompassing. It was all that we did, all we talked about from morning to night. Now she's selling 50-50, and it's a little less, and so I feel that I have to, you know, thank you all, and thank Shauna for allowing me to do this, and allowing me to take time away from our family to do this for the community, because it's truly been the joy of my adult life, and I've been doing it for most of that now, so I appreciate that. So thank you, Shauna and Dylan. Finally, I wanted to discuss the milestone that we're dealing with tonight. And in keeping with the hockey theme, the shift that we're playing tonight is the Banquet. This is just a shift in our game, in our season. The game plan we've drawn up asks us on this shift, for gratitude, to enjoy the moment. So that's what we try to do. And that's what we should do. That's what the focus is. When we're happy and healthy and we're enjoying ourselves and we're full of gratitude for the opportunity we have to be here and do this with one another, that's what winning feels like to me. So the other thing is, just like a shift in hockey, this moment will end as well. There are no redos and there are no do-overs. If this banquet doesn't go well for you, we just do it again next year. But there will be another shift no matter what. That shift belongs to all of us. You're all a part of it. It's less about individuals here than I can even articulate. It is about the collective. I've always believed that, and initially convinced myself of this so that I could feel somewhat involved in the outcome of games, because I couldn't shake the competitive juices of being a younger guy. But I've come to believe it fully, that a healthy boardroom leads to a healthy coach's room, leads to a healthy player's room, leads to winning. And that bleeds into the fan base, that bleeds into the volunteers, that bleeds into the community. So that's what we are, that's what we try to be. We're not perfect, we have our moments, but for the most part, we keep that focus that we want to be better, we want to be grateful for the opportunity, and we want to enjoy the moment. So again, I want to tell you, I believe firmly in our coaching group and our players, appreciative of our volunteers, appreciative of the opportunity that you've given me to be here and do this job for you. It's been the honor of my life to do it for you and to be a part of your team. Thank you very much.
Your team president, Mr. Mike Swenson. All right, so I'm going to have a few housekeeping items before we close it up here. I have one last thing. First of all, I want to thank Trevor and the crew at Blank Productions. They're streaming this event here today, and I think everybody in this room agrees that this is not only the best broadcast group in the SIJHL, arguably the best in all of Canada. So thank you guys for dedicating your time. 50-50. Who's got my 50-50? Lori? Come on up. Oh, you're going to do it. Are you going to move there? Okay. So again, thank you to everyone for purchasing a 50-50 ticket. We'll get the winning number here in just a second.
For $220, the number is 449902.
All right, so again, very quickly before I go to my closing speech, auction results, once I wrap up here, just go to the atrium to verify that you were the successful bidder on any silent auction items. If you want a live auction bid, please see one of the organizers and make sure that you pay for your items. Centerpieces, those who purchase a table centerpiece, please take them and visit the organizers for payment and pick up the extra items for 5, 7, and 9. Please make sure that you talk to the organizers to ensure payment for you guys. Checkout process, our team's going to be stationed in the atrium to process your payments and assist with your items. That's pretty much it for the housekeeping items. The most important housekeeping item, get your calendars out. Round 1 of the Bill Salona Cup playoffs have been finalized. Game 1 is next Sunday, March 22nd. It's a Sunday start, 7 o'clock at the Dryden Memorial Arena. Game 2 will be Monday evening. So in closing, this is 25 years. We've heard it a lot today of Dryden Ice Dogs hockey. 25. Not one change, not one hiccup. Well, obviously there's always hiccups, but really this is a constant. This is a consistent thing in the SIJHL. This team has fought adversity for 25 years. They've fought against the league for 25 years. But this is the only consistent thing there is in the SIJHL. Every season based on consistency, success, and as we heard today, community pride. 25 years ago, Dryden set history, winning the very first ever Bill Salonen Cup. Now we go full circle. We're here again, going for the Bill Salonen Cup, named after a local legend. Bill, unfortunately, we lost our friend this year, but Bill, he took pride with all of the Ice Dog teams, more importantly, the players. Bill loved the boys. He was a grandfather, he was a father to every one of these players. He treated them like their own. Bill took great pride with the Ice Dogs because of the few things: community pride, dedication to the teammates and the coaches, hard work, respect, and playing for the love of the games. All of these traits that this year's team entail. That's why it is our time to bring Bill home. So 25 years in the making. Let's not win this not only for Bill, but more importantly, let's win it for each and every one of you, because each and every one of you, as we've heard today, deserve it. 25 years ago, I sat up here and I tried to think of a good way to end the awards banquet. And one thing just popped in my head, how I had just moved here, and this group at that time was a family. It's a family, and for 25 years, that has continued year in, year out. And families, they stick together through thick and thin, for good times to the bad times, and now, more importantly, right here in the playoffs. So the phrase I coined is always remember, guys, once a dog, always a dog. On behalf of the Ice Dogs organization, I want to thank you for coming out here this evening. I want to thank all our volunteers and everybody for coming out. Please drive safe. Please have a great night. And boys, let's bring Bill home. Have a good night. Yeah, that was a housekeeping thing I forgot. If we can get the 20-year-olds, please, the 20-year-olds with your jerseys to please come on up. And again, we'll get a picture of you guys. All the major trophy award winners, please bring your trophies up. Again, we want all the 20-year-olds, but again, feel free to hang around and take pictures of all your favorite players.